Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel. So Makeup Revolution has always been one of my favorite drugstore brands. I just feel like the quality of the products for the price is just, you can't beat it. They're just so affordable and everything they put out, well, mostly everything, has been really great. So I've tried a lot of things from them and there's definitely been some hits and misses along the way. So today I wanted to talk about some newer releases from them. Well, most of them are new. There's two palettes in here that we're going to be talking about, which I'm sure you guys, unless you're living under a rock, already know about by now, but we're going to talk about those palettes and a couple newer things from them and maybe one or two old favorites. So we'll go ahead and get right into it and we'll start with the hits first. So the first thing I want to talk about is their lipsticks. They have some great lipstick formulas. They're just all super creamy, they're really pigmented, the color range is insane. Lots, if you're a nude fan like I am, lots of nudes to choose from, just so many good lipsticks. And I have two shades right here that I wear all the time. The first one is this shade Chaffeur. So this is more of like a mauve-y pinky nude. This is in their satin formula and this is almost a spot on dupe for Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. It looks almost exactly the same, but I feel like this is even more creamier. The Charlotte Tilbury lasts a little longer, but they're so similar. So I have to show you, I have Pillow Talk right here. They're just, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this color. I'm so sad though, if you look at the top. I'm like getting down to the wire with this lipstick, but yeah, one of my favorites, but you can see how similar those two shades are. So yeah, love that shade Chaffeur, and again, so super creamy. And then this other one, this is their matte formula. I'm actually wearing it today. This is in the shade Lust. This is just your bright, true pink shade. I love this, and the matte formula is really nice because it's really long lasting. It doesn't budge at all, and I feel like it gives almost like that blotted lip look. So yeah, I love these two shades and I just feel like all their formulas are just outstanding. So definitely check out their lipsticks. Okay, and next up is probably no surprise. Everybody's been raving about these. This is the Emily Edit collection. If you guys don't know Emily, you have to go and check her out. She's probably one of the first YouTubers I ever started watching. She's just so relatable and she's not a makeup artist. She's just a girl that likes makeup and I just love her reviews. She's always super honest. So she's just one of my favorites, and I think one of the most admirable things about her is, so she's a mom and I just think it's so cool that she wakes up and films at like 4 or 5 in the morning. First off, props to her that she can do that and get up that early because, I don't know, I am not a morning person these days, but she is just so committed. I know it's her job, but she could easily, I'm sure, afford to hire a nanny and film her videos throughout the day, but she wakes up at the crack of dawn, films her videos before her kids are up, and then she has the rest of the day to spend with her kids. So I think that's so cool. She's just such an awesome person. But anyway, I could talk about her all day. Let's talk about these palettes. So the first one I really had my eye on was the Nude palette. I just love myself a universal palette, and this has literally everything you need. You have your eyeshadow shades over here, and I love that she incorporated both the warm tones and cool tones, so you can get a ton of different looks even just from 6 eyeshadows. And the highlight is gorgeous. I feel like it's the perfect shade. It's right in the middle between a champagne highlight and almost like an icy moon highlight. I'm wearing it today. It's subtle, but it makes an impact, so I feel like it's great for every day, or you can amp it up and wear it as a nighttime highlight. Just so pretty. And my favorite part about this palette is this blush color. So I love a peachy pinky blush. I like my mauvier tone blushes in the winter time, and then in the summer I go for more peachy tones when I'm more tan, but I feel like a blush color like this you could really wear all year round. So I really feel like she got it right on the money with this blush shade. And then the contour shade Courage, I will say I like it more as an all-over bronzer and even just like a subtle contour underneath the cheeks. I tried to use it for a nose contour and I like my nose contours maybe a tad more on the gray side, but this is great for if you just want a subtle contour or an all-over bronze color. And then the shade Kindness, this is great to start off your eye look. You could apply it all over the lids, or Emily likes to use it as a setting powder. And then the eyeshadow shades are super creamy, super blendable. You do, like the Once palette, you definitely have to build them up a little bit. This shade Passion is super pigmented. The shade Peace is perfect for a transition color. This really reminds me a lot of Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. I used to use the heck out of that eyeshadow. I still use that, but this is great for an all-over transition shade. It has like just enough warmth to it, so I love that about it. So yeah, this is just a great universal palette. It has a huge mirror. It's just an awesome palette. I think this will be great for traveling. And then, oh, look at this beauty here. I love her. So this is the Once palette. So this is all eyeshadows, and this shade range in here is just insane. She really, oh, I saw the insert in here. She really just has every single shade you could want in here. I will say, I feel like they're I don't know, maybe a lighter transition shade, like the shade, was that Peace or Love? But yeah, it was the shade Peace. I almost wish there was a lighter transition shade in here, but there's still so many things you could do with this palette. And again, the formula is really blendable, all the shadows are really soft. You barely get any fallout, which I feel like is so impressive for an eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. There's definitely shades in here that are more pigmented than others, but you can easily build them up, which is actually kind of nice because then I feel like it lends itself to a more beginner-friendly palette. You don't have to be a makeup artist to be able to use these shadows. They don't get patchy. You can build them up easily. You don't have to worry about any like muddiness or patchiness. So yeah, it's just a really easy palette to work with, and the shades are just so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And she has the perfect combination of mattes and shimmers in here. For me, I like more mattes and shimmers. I don't know, I just feel like they're, you know, they're easy to work with. You can create an everyday look with them. For myself, when I'm doing makeup just for everyday, I usually do like matte shadows on the outer corner and then just a pop of shimmer in the center, which I usually only use like one shimmer shade, so I feel like, I don't know, this combination of mattes and shimmers, she got it on the money with. I love that the shades will transition to fall. There's some gorgeous mauve tones in here. There's this deep corduroy shade, which is like almost like a forest green color. It's so pretty. I'm so happy to see green shadows making a comeback. Gorgeous color range. The shadows are super easy to work with. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of these palettes. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a staple for Makeup Revolution, which I really hope, because yeah, the quality is amazing with these palettes. And they're super heavy too. I feel like they really feel like a luxe palette. Love these two palettes, definitely two of my favorites. Okay, and next up is this eyeliner that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about, but this is their, I think it's called the Flick eyeliner. So this is a felt tip eyeliner. It's super black, and the best part about this for me, so I don't know about you guys, but I am like totally winged eyeliner challenged. Like, it will take me 20 minutes to do my liner in the morning. There's this meme out there, I think it says like, the reason I'm late, my winged eyeliner. I'm like, yep. That is me. It takes me forever, but usually I just like to do like a quick little flick of the wrist with my liner just on the edge right here, and it just makes it super easy. The one thing about this, I feel like during the day it will fade slightly. It's not going to be super black and pigmented like when you first applied it, but it doesn't smudge. It lasts a long time. It's just not crazy intense black. I just really like the ease of application with this, and the fact that it doesn't budge is a plus in my book. So yeah, I'm a fan of this for sure. And next up has been one of my favorite concealers for the year. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This concealer is just so good. So the best part about this, it's super creamy and really emollient underneath the eyes. I hate a concealer that's like, it gets patchy and it's hard to blend out. I can't stand that. I don't want any tugging underneath my eyes at all. I definitely don't get the same amount of coverage as my Shape Tape with this, but it covers my melasma spots. I have it on today. I have a dark spot underneath my eye. You can't see that at all today. So the coverage is great. It's easy to apply. It does not crease, which I feel like lends itself to the formula because the formula is so emollient. Like, it almost sits on top of your fine lines. So it's really nice. It doesn't settle into your deep fine lines and wrinkles, and it just looks beautiful. It just looks really natural. It's not cakey. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is hands down one of the best buys at the drugstore. I love this so much. Okay, and next up we're going to get to the things that didn't quite work out for me so well. So the first thing, I struggled with this because I definitely use this every day, but I feel, my hair's in this, sorry. I definitely feel like this could be better. So this is the Makeup Revolution, I think it's called the Brow Definer, I want to say. So this is a thick brow pencil, and it's nice because it has a triangle tip. I'll do a close-up insert. So it's really super thick, and it makes it easy to do your brows, but my issue with this, it doesn't stay in its original triangular shape. You can't get a precise line at the edge of your eyebrow, so you just really have to be careful when you're defining the outer edge. This is a good buy. I want to say this is $5. So for brow pencil, it's pretty good. The color is on point for me. I have the shade light brown, and I feel like it matches my brows really well, but I just wish the tip stayed a little more precise. It will last a long time, and it is pigmented, but I just feel like for me, it's just too difficult to work with. I'm going to use this to the end. I'm definitely going to finish this out. But my other favorites, another pencil like this that I love is the one from NYX. I think it's also called Brow Definer. I'll do a little insert of that as well. But that has more of a rectangular shape, and it's really long and skinny. So that one is really super easy for your brows, and that's one of the reasons I bought this. I thought it was going to be similar to the NYX pencil, but yeah, I just wish the tip stayed a little bit more precise. Yeah, it's just a little too difficult for me to work with. Okay, next up is a newer product from them. This is their baking oil. So when I first saw this, I was really intrigued by this. I'm like, okay, this totally defies the concept of baking because it's an oil. So I'm like, how is this going to make your makeup set into place and mattify your skin? it really doesn't mattify because it's an oil. So really this is meant to be used as a primer. You put it underneath your foundation and it allows your foundation to go on nice and silky smooth, which it does. My foundation goes on really easily. But this is just way too oily and greasy for my skin. I just feel like it just makes my foundation slide around and break up. Now I will say I have like this for the patch underneath my eye. I feel like that tends to get a little patchy and textured and it'll take away any like flakiness. But all over the face I just feel like it feels heavy, it's just too much. It doesn't like sink into your skin. I feel like it almost sits on top of your skin. So yeah, not one of my favorites. Okay, and the last product, this like makes me really sad because I feel like a lot of people like this, but for me it didn't work out for me. This is their Fast Base Foundation Stick. First of all, the shade range is crazy and it was so hard for me to pick out a shade. I got the shade F5 and it went darker and then it got lighter. So I almost looked like I was a match for F8, but yet F5 looked super dark. So I'm like, I feel like maybe I should be an F5. But if you look on a numerical scale, I don't know, it was just way too confusing to pick out a color, but I settled with the F5. It's an okay shade match for me, but aside from the color range, the formula just did not work for me, and I was so disappointed because I've heard a lot of people say that this is on the dewier side, and I love a dewy foundation. I have dry skin, so usually they sit really well on my skin, but this just did not work well on my skin. I felt like it sank into my pores. All around my nose, you could see my large pores. I have some like texture and drier areas. It just highlighted the texture. It just like broke up on my skin. It got weird and patchy and looked cakey, and it also feels really heavy on your skin. It just is not a comfortable foundation for me. Now I haven't given up on this completely. The one thing I have like this for is almost highlighting or straightening out my contour. If I get any muddiness or if I just don't have like a straight contour line, I like to use the stick to just highlight underneath my cheekbones, and I feel like it just smooths everything out. And my skin is definitely drier on the outer edges of my face, so I think that's why it sits nicer there. But yeah, I do like that for this, but I feel like you have, I don't know, even if you're dry, it's going to highlight your texture. I was going to say if you're really on the drier side, maybe you'd like this, but yeah, it's just going to highlight your texture. So the one good thing about this, it is creamy and easy to blend out. I feel like that's so important for me in a stick foundation. If it's hard to blend out, I'm just done with it. So it is creamy, but I just feel like it highlights the things I don't want highlighted on my face. So yeah, not my favorite. And yeah, that is it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below some of your favorites from Makeup Revolution. What have you really enjoyed? What do you not like so much? I love to hear, and yeah, I always love hearing your recommendations. So I love to hear from you guys, and thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.